Hey guys, this is one I'm disappointed I even have to make. It disgusts me to my core that I have to make this, especially in light of recent events. Usually I stay out of political topics. I don't like addressing it on the channel, but there are some things that do need to be called out, and I think people should know who they're buying from and what they're buying. One of the Wargame designers out there has got a fair amount of games behind his name. Mr. Ted Racer has already had controversy multiple times before where he's said some very uncouth comments, including things like looking forward to older war gamers dying off, which is especially sad because we've had some prominent names who've died recently to cancer and the like. Real nice guys, sad families left behind, and a guy like Ted celebrates it. But then we have the tragedy that just happened, and old numbnuts posts this up. So I think people should know who they're buying from and what he stands for. So I've pulled up a list of his games. Now you can go to BGG and pull it up and see everything that he's published. Most of his games appear to be GMT. There are some Revolution games, a few magazine games in there. One of his most prominent is Path to Glory. That one's been around for a while, one of the higher rated ones. But we do have some more of the recent ones, things like The Dark Sands. That's a GMT title. And Clash of Giants, Civil War, another Clash of Giants, Case Yellow, All Quiet on the Western Front. He's got something like 36 titles. Now, I actually found that I had one of these, World War II Barbarossa to Berlin, in my collection. And as you can see, I've got a nice little video in the background where I barbecue that piece of shit. No joke. I took it out, ripped those little pieces up, set them on fire, threw them in my grill, let that shit burn. And I'm gonna take some time and go through the rest of my games just to make sure that I don't have any more of these titles in there. I don't think I do. I might. You get to have a collection my size, like many war gamers. You can't keep track of all of them, but I'll find them all, and they too will see the fire. Now here's the thing. I'm calling on GMT to stand by their principles and any other war game publisher. I'm mainly calling on GMT because those are the main ones publishing this piece of crap's games. And had that company stayed out of politics, I wouldn't say a word about it. Because I don't think companies should even get involved. Like, you are doing this thing. This is what you do. You produce games, or you make baby milk bottles, or you make cars, or whatever the hell you do. That's what you do. Everything else, leave that to the politicians. That's their job. I want you to do what your job is. Keep your damn opinions to yourself. But if you don't, then you open yourself up to criticism now. So GMT has canceled games, which I find interesting because they canceled games about colonizing, but some of their more popular games are about colonizing my people. Now, I don't care. I like Comancheria. I think it's a good game, but I don't see how you justify canceling one, but not canceling the other. You still sell the others. There's plenty of Native American games in their catalog. I want Native American games in their catalog, but I don't get their choices. But it's neither here nor there. This guy has said, I got his quote there at the top so you guys can see it, that he hopes Charlie rots. And this all I could think when I heard about it was the severe pain his family was going through. That at that moment, because I found out right after it happened, that there is a mother and 2 children who just had their world destroyed. Now imagine that's you. Yeah, I mean, all of us have families, right? If that was your dad, or if your spouse was you, your kids left without a provider, without a father, and just to have their world devastated for nothing, And to think that this guy was happy about it. This guy was wishing that wargamers that were older would just go ahead and die off so they'd shut up and get out of the way. That's what Ted believes. Ted shouldn't make any more war games. He just shouldn't. That's not a good idea. Because I'm going to find them and I'm going to set them mofos on fire. I encourage all of you to do the same. You can't burn it at your place, send it to me. I'll burn it and I'll film it for you. No problem. But GMT, you gotta pull all his games. Because you don't get to pull some games for political reasons and then not pull these when he says this type of stuff. Because people are going to be mad. They're already hot. Like, his name's already becoming mud after what he said. You don't want to be associated with him. And anyone else, I don't think Command Magazine's around anymore. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Command Magazine is gone now. I could be wrong. I don't do a whole lot of magazine games. But GMT Games has a lot of his stuff. It needs to come down off the shelves. Y'all don't need to be making a profit off of this guy's bigotry and hatred and the fact that he was cheering as 2 young children, 2 toddlers, two babies were sobbing over their father's dead body. You keep that image in your head. This guy was jumping for joy as 2 children suffered. If that doesn't make you want to pull down his games and no longer have them as part of your catalog, then I don't need to have any more of your products. And I'm willing to bet a lot of people are probably going to agree with me. I'm willing to bet a lot of people are going to agree with me. Dark Valley, GMT title. Oop, didn't hit that. Fall of Third Reich. That's Compass Games. I'm definitely going to tell them. I'm willing to bet Bill's not going to have a problem pulling any of his titles after the bullshit that he's just pulled. Let's see. Designer, publisher, Mayfair. I think Mayfair's still around. I have to check with them. Yeah, I'm going to be reaching out to all these publishers, buddy. I am going to destroy your life's work. It is going to be my life's work to destroy yours. Because you're evil. And evil can't be reasoned with. It can't be bargained with. You can only stop it. You can only end it. You guys have proven that civil discourse is not something you want. You want all out. Well, okay. Pale horse has been turned loose. And hell comes with it. Against the Odds, Against the Odds magazine's still around. Let's see, I, Napoleon. This is a recent one. That's a GMT. That is a recent game. Yeah, that's 2024. We're going to have to burn that one, baby. I, Napoleon. Limits of Glory 2026. This is a P500. Oh, we're going to... Whoa. That motherfudger is not going to fund if I have anything to do with it. So any of y'all who agree with me, and I'm willing to bet it's most of you, don't back any of these games. Go to BGG and look. Find them all. See which ones are which. And get them out of your collection. Is this one? No, I don't have that one. Okay. I thought that was a different game. I was like, I think I've got that one on my shelf. Nope, I don't have that one on my shelf. I think I've got all yours, but don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna double check, and they're two gonna meet the match. I'm gonna burn every single one of your games I can get my hands on. And like I said, anyone who's got a copy of something and you don't have a place to burn it, send it to me. I'll set it on fire for you. But yeah, in the light of what's happened, I'm calling on all these companies, especially GMT, and now that I know Compass has a couple, GMT, Compass, Revolution, against the odds, you guys need to call it. All that needs to go. Because if you don't, then you're saying you're okay with a guy who cheers for the sobbing children, the little kids who have had their lives just destroyed. And that makes them happy. No. There's no live and let live anymore. No. He's got to go. All his games, gone, done. And if you know of anyone else, any other designers or publishers who are out here who are like Ted, by all means, feel free to comment below, and I'll make them their own special little video too, and we'll make them famous. Because this isn't going to be allowed. Ted's done. All right, y'all take care. I'll catch you in the next one.